Let's get you breaking updates now coming in. Pakistan has launched a military operation near its border with Afghanistan. And according to the Pakistani officials, the operation included both ground action and airstrikes based on intelligence inputs. Now, Pakistan claims that more than 30 people have been killed in the strikes. The operation comes just a day after a major attack on Pakistan Rangers headquarters in Karachi, with Pakistani officials saying the latest action was carried out in response to the attacks in the country. So the Pakistani security forces have carried out operations along the Pakistan-Afghanistan border, followed by calibrated strikes against hideouts and safe havens. In fact, this campaign, led by the Pakistan Army and the Air Force, targeted sites across Afghanistan, multiple locations being targeted, reporting the deaths of multiple people as well. Now, we have more details coming in as well of Pakistan's information minister also saying that the operation was aimed at targeting those who are behind the attacks on Pakistan's security forces. But details have also emerged about the targets and casualties, and Pakistan claims that this was a military operation in areas bordering Afghanistan. They claim that first a ground operation had been launched based on intel inputs, and subsequently airstrikes were also carried out near the Afghan border. It is reported that more than 30 people have been killed in this action. The operation took place just a day after an attack had taken place. So the Pakistan information minister has confirmed that it was a well-planned, intel-based operation. My colleague Mayank is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Mayank, what are the details? We are told that while Pakistan continues to claim that these places in Afghanistan have been targeted, that it was a well-planned mission, there are several civilians who have been killed in this attack.
Yeah. Pratibha, the important point has been that right from the beginning of this year that there had been multiple strikes as far as from Pakistan's side is concerned, and saying that they had been attributing these strikes on the reasons that Afghanistan is the one which has been harboring terrorists. This is the kind of a claim which has been made by Pakistan, and as you have brought out, intel operations have been taking place as claimed by Pakistan agencies. But in this case, what you see is actually 2 months back, there was a hospital which was struck, which means patients, they were killed in that operation. And so, and this time also, the operations have taken place in a couple of provinces, which are right along the, straddling along the Durand line in this case, which is 2,600 above kilometers Durand line. In this case also, and civilians, which includes children also, because certain photographs which have come out from the places and videos which have come out, in it can be seen that a lot of civilian casualties have also taken place. But mind it, this is a kind of a tit for tat which is going on between Pakistan and Afghanistan, and this is happening since Taliban took charge of the country in as a government in Afghanistan. What has been always blamed on Afghanistan is that Pakistan has been saying that attacks which are taking place within Pakistan, the roots they lie in Afghanistan, because the kind of elements which are attacking Pakistan, they have a safe haven, they have a training ground, and they have also certain kind of a support in Afghanistan. So these are the kind of attacks which are taking place. Mind it, military operations, not only I mean, as you have brought out, Army and Air Force, they have been pounding over the places which include civilian places and at multiple points and junctions. But then important point is actually Pashtun areas which are normally straddling the Durand line, which is 2,640 kilometers above, I mean more than that actually. These have been areas of contention right from the independence, because Afghanistan has never agreed upon the kind of division which has taken place between the two sides.
Okay,
so
all right. Ma'am, just a moment, I'll come back to you. We have Major General K.K. Sinha on the broadcast with us. Thank you for joining us. Pakistan claims that these are militant areas within Afghanistan that have been targeted. That's a claim that Pakistan is making, but visuals that have been released from Afghanistan show a completely different story, Major General. It shows how women and children have been targeted.
Good morning, Jahan. This is not the first time that Pakistan has done it. This brutal attack in the name of that, I'm saying that they are carrying out this strike on the TTP hideouts, basically their caches, their the fighters, and this claim has always been there. But this time, there was a truce. I think it was during the Eid. Thereafter, what happened in Karachi? I think, Karachi, there has been a storming of the headquarter of Rangers, and I think 3 soldiers were killed. In retaliation, they are blaming now from Karachi is absolutely in a different side. They are blaming the TTP has carried out this strike, and they have carried out this ground operation and the airstrike. This time also they have carried out strike on the children's. Basically 11 to 14 children. This is what the Afghanistan is saying. It has 3 areas: Coast, Patika, and Kunar area. Earlier they have carried out deep inside, and they have carried out bombing in a hospital where and the UN has brought it out this that their Pakistan is doing. What we have to see that these are ideological and territorial impasse which is taking place in the Durrell line of 2,640 kilometers. And what the Pakistan says that these are the safe havens for the TTP. But for Pakistan, it's in a western front. This is carrying on. In spite of that, both the countries are voted, by Saudi Arabia's and other, Qatar, Turkey, including China, intervening in it and saying that, the 2 Muslim countries are fighting. So this regional escalation which is taking place, that has to be taken note of. And the Pakistan, the way they carry out this type of this is a terrorist action, what the Pakistan is doing it. They are doing it in India, they are doing it in Afghanistan, and the behest, they get it, some type of support from the Western, especially United States of America.
Yes, and Major General, what about peace in the region? Can it be expected? Because India has learnt it multiple times, while Pakistan claims otherwise. We've seen what happens. State-sponsored terrorism that India has been suffering for years together. Is it going to be the same with Afghanistan as well? Because there have been multiple attempts at mediation as well. China also hosting the 2 countries, wanting to have a ceasefire, but it hasn't really resulted in any result.
Yeah, you are absolutely correct. In this, China is the, the other country when here, China has intervened in this because the China has got his own interest in this area. Over and above, the Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Turkey, including Egypt, they got into it. The Muslim Brotherhood, the ulama of Muslims. This is what, basically in this world, in this part of, Southeast Asia, the people are talking. But the matter is more deeper. This is going to remain a frozen conflict because of the Durrell line, the ideological difference, that is 2,640 kilometers. So that these diplomatic stalemates which takes place, this type of in a conflict, because Afghanistan, as on today, they do not have the air power, but now they are acquiring the drone power. What we have seen in Afghanistan, basically in Iran and America's conflict, drone power makes a major difference. Everyone is surprised the way the Afghanistan has gone now, the capability to strike even in Pakistan with drones. The time is, is a matter of time, because ideological, when there is a issue of the Durrell line is there, Afghanistan is not going to leave the Pakistan. And Pakistan, it is very, very difficult because it's Western and Eastern front. Eastern front with India and the Western front with Afghanistan is absolutely, and from 2 sides, if a country which was to claim that they have got in Afghanistan is the depth of their strategic depth they used to talk about, that has gone. And that is a big, big, strategical mistake which the Pakistan is doing.
Okay, all right. Major General, thank you for joining us on the broadcast. We also have Major General Samarth on the broadcast with us. Thank you for joining us. Major General, claims being made by Pakistan that militant hideouts have been targeted It's a mission that was carried out against Afghanistan. These are the tall claims being made by Pakistan. But there are visuals released by Afghanistan, details released by Afghanistan that show how civilians have been targeted. Women and children have been targeted in these Pakistani strikes.
Well, this is a revenge attack for the saline attack which took place yesterday against the Rangers, their headquarters in Karachi, in which almost it is speculated that 70 fatalities have taken place. So in response to this, Pakistan has carried out these, air attacks. But what is very intriguing is their intelligence network is very poor because they've only been purely targeting civilians and the civilian infrastructure. They've not hit any Taliban targets. They've not targeted any Taliban government installations. That it is just sheer civilian casualties that they're inflicting. So this shows the desperation and the incompetence and the lack of intelligence that the Pakistan military does not have. And this is only going to exaggerate and prolong the bad relations with Afghanistan. So this is going to have a very rippling effect. And moreover, the borders to the north are, as it is closed, borders against Iran are closed, borders against India are closed, and moreover now, the terror tanzeems are now targeting, the government infrastructure because of the crackdown that is taking place, the human rights violations that the Pakistan military has been causing in Balochistan, in KPK, in Gilgit-Baltistan. So it's only spreading by every day. So I think it is time that if the Pakistan military establishment needs to introspect before the implosion takes place and sectarian violence exaggerates and spreads in Pakistan.
Okay, all right. Major General, thank you for joining us. My colleague Srinjoy Chaudhary also joins us on the broadcast. And Srinjoy, human rights violations, as Major General was pointing out, has continued for years and decades together. It's well known, but Pakistan seems to have gotten away with it for far too long. Is this what seems to have emboldened Pakistan?
If you've noticed, in the past, the Pakistanis have attacked by air, bombed Kabul. Now, when you bomb the capital city of a country, you've seriously escalated matters. And by bombing Kabul in the past, Pakistan is making it very clear that they can do what they want to. Now, this, of course, is a serious problem. And while the Afghans do not have a strong air force, what they can do is hit targets in Pakistan. That Durand line is very open, it is very porous, and the Afghans have enough people who are trained, who are battle-hardened, who can cross the Durand line, find a military target in Northwest Frontier Province, and attack and create enormous damage. That is something you would expect now, because it's entirely possible that the Taliban administration will say enough is enough.
Yes.
You have attacked our country. You have done what you have done. Now we will show you what we can do.
Okay,
so
all
you
right.
can expect a lot of attacks in the Northwest Frontier Province, particularly on military targets.
Yes, and this escalation also comes after months of military action from both sides as well, isn't it? Do stay with us. We have Major General Sanjay Mason also on the broadcast with us. And Major General, we've been talking about how Pakistan seems to think that it has gotten away with it for far too long. In this case as well, going on to claim that these are targeted strikes, but Afghanistan very clearly showing that women and children have been targeted.
Unfortunately, Pakistan Army is the most unprofessional army in the world. What they can do is they can only resort to terrorism and kill children and women. This is their ethos. And they should have learned from the Indian Army the way we conducted Ops Sindoor. There was no collateral damage.
Yes.
Only we struck the terrorist camps. Anyway, now what is going to happen is, I am very clear, since having been deployed in Afghanistan and having interacted with the Afghans, they are going to fight back. Afghans have got a lot of resilience. They are great warriors. They are born warriors. And they will not strike Pakistan so hard that they will not realize. And their targets is only going to the Pakistan security forces, including the police establishments. They are not going to spare them. Enough is enough for the Afghans. Now they are going to teach Pakistan a big lesson. And I think India also should perhaps realize, and I make a very candid statement, that since we have got historical, traditional, cultural ties with Afghanistan, date back to historical ties, I think it is time we can lend at least moral support to Afghans. We have to rake up these issues in the United Nations and every possible forum in the world, whether it is any possible forum. You know, Pakistan plays very smart. Pakistan always goes to various forums and distorts the story.
Yes.
Afghans have got no say in the world. So we as Indians, we are the best friends. Afghan to Afghan, Afghan and Indian friendship is so we should now start raising up these issues in the international forums, in all possible forums. So that is what will also embolden them, you know, because today they feel there is no one supporting them.
Yes.
Of course, Russia has recognized them, but I think it is high time we as Indians
raise the issue in the international platforms. Name and shame Pakistan. India has done it, and so should Afghanistan, and India should stand by Afghanistan. That's what you're saying. Thank you for joining us, Major General, and I'm also thanking my colleagues for joining us on the broadcast. Slipping into a very quick break here. We'll be right back.